Interestingly, Islamabad has removed Khalistani supporter Gopal Singh Chawla from Pakistan's Sikh Gurudwara Prabandhak committee. This comes ahead of the second round of talks between India and Pakistan on Kartarpur. The development came in the backdrop of India raising serious concerns over the inclusion of Chawla in the Kartarpur project. Chawla is also a close aide of the 2611 mastermind Hafiz Saeed. The first round of talks was held on March 14th on the Indian side of the Atari-Wagah border, and the second round is scheduled for tomorrow at Wagah on the Pakistani side. The second round of talks was originally scheduled on April 2nd. India had postponed talks with Pakistan over the involvement of Pro-Khalistani Sikh leader Gopal Chawla in the Kartarpur corridor construction process. And in a major defence overhaul, two Indian Air Force's Sukhoi 30 MKI jets have been rearmed with the Indo-Russian BrahMos supersonic cruise missiles. The BrahMos Aerospace said that more of the aircraft of the Sukhoi fleet will be rearmed over the next few years. New tests aimed at testing the missile's ability to destroy sea-based targets will be carried out in August. The Sukhoi jets rearmament plan was first announced in 2016. 40 Sukhoi jets will be rearmed with BrahMos. In 2017, in a landmark test, BrahMos' air-launched variant was successfully fired from a Sukhoi 30 jet. The project will enhance the Indian Air Force's combat capability. The Sukhoi fleet is undergoing modifications at the Hindustan Aeronautics Limited. BrahMos, that has been jointly built by India and Russia, is a medium-range supersonic cruise missile. It can be launched from submarine ships, jets and land. In fact, it is the world's fastest supersonic cruise missile. France has just launched the first of a new fleet of nuclear-powered attack submarines in a move that would usher in a new era for the country's naval forces. The first nuclear attack submarine of the Barracuda class, named Submarine, was launched by French President Emmanuel Macron. Built by French shipbuilder, naval group for the French Navy, the Barracuda class submarine will replace the existing force of the Ruby's submarines in service since the 1990s. The vast $10 billion stealth vessel was launched at a dry dock ceremony in the northern port of Cherbourg. Submarines' mission to protect strategic vessels such as aircraft carriers and nuclear-powered submarines, which are equipped with ballistic missiles.
Parce que la sécurité des Français passe par des équipements au plus haut standard, comme l'est le Suffren, qui est plus discret, plus furtif, plus rapide, plus endurant et plus autonome, doté de missiles de croisière, permettant de frapper en profondeur et capable de déployer des forces spéciales en immersion, fait entrer nos forces sous-marines dans une nouvelle ère. C'est cela le Suffren.
The nuclear-powered submarines will also help track down enemy vessels and gather intelligence. The boat, the first of its class to be built for the French Navy, ensures its superiority over the coming decades. Submarine is the frontrunner for a new line of Barracuda attack-class vessels, 12 of which have already been ordered by Australia. France expects the Barracuda class to remain in service until at least 2060. Let's shift focus over to West Asia, where strikes have targeted rebel-held cities in northwest Syria on Friday. A Britain-based Syrian Observatory for Human Rights reported that 3 people were killed in Idlib and 3 in Marat al-Numan. 9 more people were killed elsewhere in the enclave. Russia-backed President Bashar al-Assad's government has waged a major assault against the northwestern enclave since the end of April. Syria's 8-year-long war has killed 500,000 people and has driven 22 million people from their homes. Aid agencies say the scale of bombardment in the northwest risks further humanitarian disaster. Hundreds of thousands of people have already fled towards the Turkish border. As new Orleans prepares for Storm Barry to make a landfall. Heavy rains and winds have started lashing at Louisiana's coastal city in the United States. This is New Orleans' first tropical storm of the summer. Ahead of the storm, the city officials warned the residents to secure their homes, stock up on supplies and stay indoors. Mandatory evacuations were also imposed in neighboring flood-prone coastal areas. An exodus of hotel guests have checked out early on Friday. Many outbound flights have already been cancelled for today. According to the U.S. National Hurricane Center, Barry is expected to intensify into a Category 1 hurricane. The U.S. President Donald Trump has declared a state of emergency for Louisiana. The Department of Homeland Security has temporarily halted immigration enforcement activity in the regions under emergency. The storm comes amid the longest flood fight on the Mississippi River in history. The city of New Orleans is already struggling with flooded streets and continuous rainfall. The Mississippi River reached 16 feet on Thursday and is expected to rise to 19 feet today. And many of the levees protecting the city stand at around 20 feet.